Hello people of the internet, how's all doing? So first of all, I just want to express my absolute, I don't even want to describe this, disgust, anger, displeasure, if that's even a word. At, this League of Dublin, it's well over €1,000 in one area. It's in Castleson, which is in County Cavan. There's pictures up in the Anglo South if you want to go and have a look, and it's up on the Facebook page of the Anglo South. And it's well over €1,000 for this rubbish. There's two couches stubbed. There's a God knows what else. The toilet seat. This God knows. Like honest to God, there's so much rubbish there, and it's well over 1,500 to get rid of it. And the taxpayer, you and I, have to pay for it. And I'm saying like this isn't a remote area. This is an nature reserve. There's not a hope we can get any evidence unless there's a camera. We've had a camera. I don't know. I wasn't talking to anybody in the council yet. We might have somebody. If we do, I'm going to have a word with him anyway. He'd be begging for mercy if I had a word with him. But anyway, because I'd make sure he's named and shame. But anyway, but it's just a thing, and I'm saying this to people. There was, and as I say to people, what I'm trying to say. So basically, what I'm trying to say to people: if you see somebody illegal open, first things first, take out the phone, record their face, record their license plate in their car. Because, and what, record them, throw it them, make sure they don't see you, but make sure they don't see you. Because that's fantastic evidence. Because the judges in this country are very, very stupid, and I say this straight to people. I've seen so many illegal dumping cases. The judges are so stupid. Because the one thing they want, like there was a person up once before, there was a witness, and the judge was like, "What did you see this man doing?" And he said, "I seen him throwing a bag of rubbish." And the judge was like, "That could have been anything." Like that's some of the things you hear from judges. And the guards, there was huge paperwork done by the local authorities and the guards, and then bringing this person up to the courts, and then the witness, and then the judge is like, "What did you see them throw?" He said, "A bag of rubbish." How do you know it was a bag of rubbish? Like this is what we have to deal with. And he was like, "Where's the video evidence? Where's the CCTV?" And witness statement, somebody saying something. The judges don't take that in legal Dublin cases. They want evidence, they want video evidence. So I'm just saying to people straight away, there was a case a few years ago, and I commend this woman for her braveness, because straight away, one thing she done, I tell her about this woman, I'm not going to say much about her, but this woman, white, she was coming down the road. She took out her phone. She recorded this person dumping. There were 17 bags he was dumping of rubbish. And she recorded them. Throwing them into the shock. She recorded this license plate. She recorded every bag he threw into the shock. And he got a hefty fine. And that woman was very brave. And and this is the best part. She went up to him. She live streamed this. And 400 people on Facebook are watching this. So the judge couldn't say, "Oh, I can't take one person's word," or whatever the judge says, because there was 400 people watching this man fire up and over into the shock. Like it was hilarious, but at the same time he got a hefty fine, and he was caught for doing it. And the best thing is she went with the camera up to his face and holding him still. They kept him there because she knew herself. If you put a camera and say there's 400 people watching, he's not going to hit her. He's not going to try and win because his face is all over the internet. And the guards were on their way anyway, and the guards commended her for her. And I'm just saying to people, I don't want to put people in danger, but if you could do it from a distance, say if you were coming down the road and you see somebody doing it, please take out your phone, record them. If you can even get the license plate, and we can put pen to paper saying they were there at that time when the bags were dumped. Well, we have a case. They'd be got. Because the judges in this country are just stupid. They won't take somebody's word. Like if she didn't record that, she said, "I've seen this matter," the judge would be like, "Where's the video evidence?" Like this is the kind of crack we deal with in local authorities. You go through all the effort, putting up huge reports and everything, and then they go up to the courts and it's like saying no video evidence, no. Basically this person's allowed off free. And they couldn't let him out because they showed even the live stream the courts. And so many people, the judge couldn't make any excuse, saying that he wasn't there at this time. Even his solicitor couldn't say anything because it was clearly shown between all of them, it happened in nearly 22 minutes or something like that, and from him throwing the bags and Hulk fought to them, and then the guards arrived and put him to the squad car. Yeah, so he was really buggered. That man was really, really buggered. And still to this day he probably regrets it. Because there was no cameras in this area, but she done very well, and I have to commend her. She done very, very well, and she was very brave to do that. But I'm saying to people, don't put yourself in danger. Try and even get, as I said, the license plate. That's plenty of evidence. If we could put pen to paper saying that fellow was here this time, the bags were dumped around this time, we have a case. We have some kind of a case. But if you can get their face, we have the money. And if you can get them throwing the stuff, we have the money. Like, we have it. We have them. Simple. Ooh, my pen got in Belfast. No, but I'm just saying to people, don't put yourself in danger. Obviously, if you think you can take the person on, and you apprehend them as citizens of the West, if that makes any sense, you can, of course, please, do put them under arrest, and please, wing the local authorities, wing the guards. Because as I said, that woman took very big courage. She was on her own, and this man was, she was not big of a woman, but she put herself in fierce danger. But she overcome, because straight away he knew. 400. She even said to them, 400 people are watching you. He couldn't do anything. He couldn't run, because the video was live streaming. They seen the license plate. They seen everything. There was 400 witnesses. It's more or less. You might as well go into the barracks and say I leak a duct. But I'm just saying to people, do that, but don't put yourself in danger. I can't emphasize this enough, because there's some scumbags out there who will do anything to get away. And I've met a few of these scumbags in my life, a few of these people that just want the state to pay for everything they do. And I had the pleasure sometimes of giving them the fine and saying, pay that or you end up in prison. So whichever one suits you. 4,000, 5,000 euro fine. I had the pleasure a few times of giving that out. And I enjoyed every second of it, because they said to me that I will pay it. And they had to pay it, because if they didn't pay it, they would end up in prison. And it's not like they didn't have the money. They had the money, just a few, they wanted the taxpayers. One of them said to me, they wanted the taxpayer to pay for it. Now, and they said it straight, and what, that's all I needed. To have them, they have the huge fine put on them. So yeah, it's all right to, unless you have a confession or video evidence, then that's, you don't have a case. So I'm just saying to people, be careful at the same time, but do record them, because I liked seeing that video. That time I actually had a great enjoyment seeing that video, because he was a slippery bastard, that fella. He was related to a few other cases too, so there was a bigger story than that. But yeah, he was got in the end. I'm still laughing at that, because I can still remember the video. I can still remember seeing it. And that woman had Howard coverage. I say that straight up. She had Howard coverage. We could have got him as a little one. But yeah, please do that, and please take care of everybody and be safe, and bye.